Hello, welcome to News English Alumni Radio and Television Station. Here comes our news today. The Trade Remedies Administration, Ministry of Industry and Trade, said that the U.S. Department of Commerce continues to extend the deadline for issuing its final conclusion on the investigation of evasion of trade remedies for plywood using hardwood materials imported from Vietnam. The U.S. Department of Commerce is expected to issue the final conclusion on July 14, 2023. This is also the eighth time the U.S. Department of Commerce has extended the term limit for issuing its final conclusions. Previously, on July 25, 2022, the U.S. Department of Commerce issued a preliminary conclusion of the case, saying that plywood products imported from Vietnam into the U.S. with cores using peeled boards imported from China will be subject to anti-dumping and anti-subsidy taxes as applied to plywood imported from China. According to the Federal Statistics Office, in May, international visitors to Vietnam decreased by 6.9% compared to the previous month. However, in the first 5 months of the year, international visitors to Vietnam were still 12.6 times higher than the same period last year, reaching nearly 4.6 million arrivals. Visitors arriving by air accounted for 80%, by road accounts for 10.9%, by sea accounts for 1.1%. Vietnam tourism has also been honored by many foreign press and media agencies, contributing to increasing the attractiveness of Vietnam's destination on the international tourist map. In particular, in May, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính signed and promulgated a resolution setting out many groups of solutions to realize the goal of developing tourism to truly become a spearhead economic sector, belonging to the group of 30 countries with high potentials. The world's leading tourism competitiveness under the motto special products, professional services, convenient and simple procedures, competitive prices, clean and beautiful hygienic environment, safe, civilized and friendly destination. On the occasion of Vesak 2023, the 2067th year according to the Buddhist calendar, leaders of the District Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee and Vietnam Land Front Committee of Xuân Lộc District organized a delegation to visit and congratulate Buddhist establishment in the district. At the destinations, the district leaders congratulated the Executive Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of Xuân Lộc District, the most venerable monks, nuns, and Buddhists of the pagodas with best wishes for a happy Vesak Day. At the same time, acknowledging and appreciating the contributions of the most venerable monks, nuns, and Buddhists to the locality over the past time in propagating and mobilizing monks and nuns to implement policies and laws to actively participate in religious activities. The most movement activities are charity and humanitarian activities, building cultural life in residential areas and building new countryside. The U.S. military on May 30th accused Chinese fighter jets of unnecessary aggressive encounter near U.S. military aircraft operating in international airspace over the South China Sea. In a statement, the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said the U.S. military RC-135 aircraft was conducting safe and routine operations over the South China Sea in international airspace, where it was intercepted by a Chinese Trade System jet. According to the statement, the Chinese pilot flew directly in front of the nose of the RC-135, forcing the U.S. aircraft to fly through the dangerous turbulence area. The statement added that the United States expects all countries in the Indo-Pacific region to use international airspace safely and in accordance with international law. Press secretary of the Russian President Dmitry Peskov on May 30th stated that the drone strike UAV on the capital and suburbs of Moscow affirms the need for Russia to continue its military operation in Ukraine until its stated objectives are achieved. Peskov said that President Vladimir Putin received direct information about the situation of the attack. He also said that the attack on Moscow was a response to the attack on the decision-making center in Kiev, and welcomed the Russian Defense Ministry, the regional government, and the air defense system for working well in this attack. Meanwhile, Senior Lieutenant General Andrei Kartopolov, chairman of the Defense Committee of the Russian Lower House of Parliament, said that the drone attack was an act of intimidation and should not be left to the people to panic. He requested the analysis of all data about the attack to determine where the UAV was launched, thereby allowing countermeasures to be devised. That's all for our news English for today. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.